Welcome, everybody. My name's Tammy. I'm the Fearless Mama online. What does that mean? I'm actually going to give the definition of the Fearless Mama. And I think it came from the fact of my entrepreneurial background. Like, I was telling one of my mentors about 5 years ago of the story that I went through in my life of owning restaurants, being a real estate investor, mortgage broker with my husband, and all the highs and lows that we've been through. And so he said to me, he said, well, let's pick a brand. And this was when we launched a product. And I said, okay, let's pick a brand name. And he said, I feel like you're fearless, so let's call you the Fearless Mama. And it just stuck. And it stuck over all these years. And I feel like if I have that kind of word, because a lot of people pick words in marketing and words online, I feel like if you have that in the back of your mind, if you know that you're with the fearless crew, that there's nothing that you should be fearful of, right? You should believe in what we have here. You should believe in yourself. I mean, you've been on this earth for how many years? I've been on this earth for 56 years, and I know what I can do. I know that I've been able to successfully train thousands of people online in the past 12 years, okay? So that's where the Fearless Mama comes about. Now, when I put this together in 2019, it is my own company, okay? No one owns it but me. I've been an affiliate for many other companies, and I wanted something to change because the problem is that most of the time these company owners, especially in the member-to-member space, they do not come on a Zoom. They will not train, and it used to irk me. So I wanted to be different. I actually wanted to set myself apart from all the other companies. Does that make sense so far tonight? I just wanted to have a community of like-minded people and not people to come in and take my people or to come in and ruin this opportunity for other people. So I'm a very protective, fearless mama. You might see it from time to time if you're a paid member. I actually kick a lot of people out of the paid group because I don't want people pitching my people. I don't want people coming in and thinking this is a lead pool for them to pitch their stuff to other people. That's not what this is about. So Get Fearless Freedom. And when I launched in 2019, I wanted it to be a simple compensation plan. Back then, it was only a $300 commission structure, $300 if you resold my software, okay, because that's what we're reselling here tonight, and I'm going to share my screen. $300 to resell my software. Well, I changed it this year. I said, oh my gosh, I got to do something different because times are changing, right? We all want more money. So I added an actual layer. By the way, please remove all distractions. This is my son's little presentation, okay? And he's actually at with his dad. They had some auction business to take care of today. So I just wanted to recap before I start the commission structure. This is the earnings disclaimer. And of course, we always want to know that the results are based upon your effort. This is a home-based business. And like I said in the email follow-up that I sent for everybody here tonight, this is not a get rich quick. Okay, you're not on a Zoom to learn about how you can get rich quick. Okay, so please get that out of your mind. There are going to be some learning curves. At the age of 56, I've had to learn a lot of things. Even this year, I've had to learn how to run this company since we've increased it to the 500 level and now the 1000 level. Okay, so again, it's a picks and the shovels business for 2023. In this industry, there's many opportunities. Always, constantly. I mean, can you name 5 of them that you've seen this year off the top of your head that have launched? Absolutely. And I did. But what I do is, and how I continue to keep making money is because there are so many people in all those opportunities and they need one thing. They need to have a sales system. They need to have a funnel that will put those people onto a database. Even if you're an insurance agent, welcome on there, Tim. I just saw you jumped on, for example. If you're in insurance, don't you have a database where you can email your customers and your clients if you have a new policy that you want to introduce them to? Sure you do. So my son put this out there, of course. This is way back then. I actually learned on DOS myself. And so we've certainly come a long ways where we can all meet up on a Monday night on a Zoom, and I can show you exactly my software and how I'm able to help you. So, of course, we know what's happening right now. I'm not going to huge detail here tonight, but everybody knows that everybody's going to have an extra income, a side gig, if you want to call it that, in the online world. It's easy to pick up, and there's thousands of them out there. So this is some of the ads that I put out there that attract people to the capture pages that collect an email, a simple email. And that's how you got here tonight to this presentation, is you saw an email being sent out to your list, right? So you can actually earn now $1,000. And there's a lot of people on here that didn't know that I increased the level to $1,000 in February. Okay. And that's really a great cash flow, because again, if you're going to build wealth, and I'm going to talk about that, you have to have, and if you're going to make, like a lot of people on here are career internet marketers with me, you have to make some really sizable income with one person. There's a lot of companies out there right now. Oh my gosh, the problem is they're not giving enough commissions. They are not paying out instantly. And it takes a person, and that's the reason why they get so discouraged, is because it takes a person about 10 people in order to make just 1,000, sometimes not even that. Okay, here with GFF, you can get 10 people in and make 10 grand. I've already had a $10,000 a week just because I've helped 10 people. So the math is really simple. And did you know that I actually failed in math? I actually failed. Math was not my major strong point in high school. In fact, my guidance counselor, you guys are going to get a kick out of this. My guidance counselor told me I wasn't college material. You know what I said to him? You're right. I'm not college material. So I took psychology in high school and stuff like that, but in college, but I dropped out. It's actually I was 24 years old when I started my first business. I was 26 when I first flipped my first real estate deal at 56,000. So I said, poop on you, guidance counselor. I'm driving a Lexus around, so I don't need to have your advice anymore. And I actually went up to my old high school at one of my reunions, and I parked out in front. So that made me feel pretty good. So I came a long ways, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to share with everybody. Obviously, like I said, there's other guys, there's other competition. One of the biggest things is the other competition. They have PLR products. What does that mean? A lot of people wonder when they're comparing GFF to other income streams and other member-to-member opportunities. Well, you get into the back office and you look at it, and it's regurgitated. It's like they pulled an ebook, or they pulled something out of the sky to put in there to make sure that it was legit and that it was something of value. And then most of the time I look at the stuff and I'm just like, but does that help my members? Not really, So that was the other thing, that I wanted the products to actually be something that was not white label, that was actually coming from me. And I'll share with you the back office of GFF. Okay. So they just throw stuff together, and it really, really irritated me. So the cool part about GFF is that you can take Cash App. Now you can take Wise. I have Chris here in Canada, and a lot of people, want to take different payment methods, right? So, so this is how I'm able to keep the flow going, because literally it's automated from A to Z. It's automated from the time that the person hits the capture page, goes to the 7-minute video, goes to sign up process. My support team actually even helps the people onboard them, and it's literally rinse and repeat from there. So literally GFF is the place to get your, instant payment, and then start building wealth on the back. And of course, like I said, I'm going to talk about that here tonight. The history of it, again, is with my family and I. This is, if you can mute yourself as you're coming on the line, please. And then if Chris or Kim can see, who's unmuted.
What?
Great.
No.
Hold on a second.
All right.
I'll stop the show because it's interrupting it.
No.
Okay. Sorry about that, everyone else. Everybody's so patient and has such manners here tonight. I appreciate everybody. And then you always get this one person that wants to say something and they don't realize. I wanted to say this before I go on. Did you know there's actually two circumstances? I've been doing Zooms ever since they launched Zoom. Does anyone know the year that they came out with the Zoom platform? Before that, it was Google Hangout. Does anyone know the year? Do I have anyone on here that's been marketing for a while? Anyway, I had one guy come right out of the shower. He dropped his towel, and I had to hurry and turn off his camera. So that's the reason why I have co-hosts sometimes with me, because I almost had a peep show on one of my Zooms. I was like, oh my God. I said to him afterwards, did you know your camera was on? You just got out of the shower. He was so embarrassed. I said, don't worry. I'm used to these Zooms and these controls and stuff like that. So yeah, Chris and Kim, that's the reason why I asked you to be co-hosts, because if I'm, into my presentation and all of a sudden someone drops their towel, we're going to be like an R-rated, community here in 2 seconds, right? We don't want that to happen. So anyway, back to GFF. My husband, my son, my daughter, this is a picture of us at the Bellagio, and Ray, you talked about that. This was all done and recorded in Vegas. This is a little background on us. Some people get bored by this story, but we are entrepreneurs. My son works with us full time. He does all the full-time setups for everybody, gets them up and running. I run the show. I have a programmer that is actually one of the best programmers in the industry. He actually works for a very high security bank. And it's amazing what he's done with GFF. He has an email portal that he's programmed in here. He also has the Craigslist auto reply. And we also now have the YouTube extension. This is just a quick, lifestyle picture. We're always traveling. We love our business and we love each other. And we're always traveling. We're able to travel. We don't have to be strapped to our desks. I don't want anybody to think that. You literally just advertise the website, let the system do the work, and then you collect the money. These are our mascots. It's so funny because Bella's snoring right next to me. And because of this home-based business, we've been able to actually just recently help and save our rat terrier. He had a tumor on his neck. And last month, I think you guys might remember, some of you might remember, in September, we had to take him to the vet and he got that removed. So, honestly, money is like oxygen. And if you don't have money for your family, it's a really uncomfortable feeling. So that's the reason why I have much passion for families to help them to earn money online. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Anyone have any questions to this point on how and why GFF was established? If you do, write it down or put it in the chat and I will answer you when we get to that point. So we have the 200, the 500, and we have now the 1,000 level. And I'm going to show you guys my back office. Super simple in order to get a campaign up and running. Okay. Some people use my system, and this is the cool part about GFF. Some people use my system for, and I'll name names. I'm not live on social. Let's see. Some of the popular ones right now out there are Transact Card. Let's see what else launched this year. NewMe, Exodus, some of the other ones that you've seen. Like anything, you can use this funnel in order to increase your business for anything, because it's really super simple. You set up a capture page in the back office and you can redirect it. Okay, you can redirect where you want your person to go. Okay, so for the inner circle, for example, and I'm going to teach people tomorrow, because we've just relaunched, we just launched last Monday the inner circle. Now I have 8 people that are in my inner circle with Brad and I'm going to show them tomorrow. I don't know why I'm losing my voice. I'm going to show them tomorrow how I use my capture page, for example, for that. So it's really cool, the different uses of GFF. And I'm also getting tons and tons of Craigslist leads all day long. I have Craigslist ads up, and I'll prove that to everybody here. In fact, the cool part about working with me is that I'll share what I do. Like when I used to work with other company owners, it would irritate me because they didn't do the lead generation. Anyone ever experienced that? They get into a home-based business and the owner didn't know Jack. I mean, not Jack the man, but he just didn't know Jack. And it used to irritate me. I went to an event one time. Welcome, Stephen. Welcome, everybody. That's just coming on. You're late. No, I'm kidding. It's I do that sometimes. It's called a pattern interrupt. So you guys will remember this tonight. But anyway, I went to an event one time. I've spoke 4 times on stage. I went and got a top sponsor award in 2013. I was like, didn't know what to say on the stage, to be honest with you. But I had put 140 people in there, and I got the company owner a little bit on the side. And after I won the award, and I said, by the way, how can I scale this up? I asked them, I said, how can I scale my business up? You know, I got the top sponsor award. I put them through a capture page, put them on my list, the same exact thing I'm doing here in 2023, right? And he says, I don't know. I says, what do you mean you don't know? I don't know. I just run the company. I have no idea how to generate leads. I said, light bulb moment, back of my head. There's thousands of these companies out there, right? I thought, maybe someday when I have some more success under my belt, maybe someday, and then 10 years later, right? I launched this 2019. So I was like, aha moment. There's always going to be people that will always be starting up a home-based business that will always need our help. Okay. So when you think that this is a saturated market, it is not. It is not. It is not a saturated market. I've spoke to 10 people today alone that were messaging me on Facebook, and I messaged them back a page and I says, do you collect your email? No. What are you talking about? Like, they're literally teaching people the wrong way out there, and you know what I'm talking about, you know? Right? So it's just, to me, it's an amazing thing to think that we have this software that I decided to do this year, relaunch it in February, and now launch an inner circle, that we have the best of both worlds. Okay, let me just go into the Craigslist a teeny bit, because I know some people have asked me to go over this a little bit. Craigslist ads, I started, oh, that's right. I was going to share let me see if I can do this. Rob's taught me to multitask and to go from there to my Craigslist ads. We were listening to Elvis. Anyone an Elvis fan on here? Music fan? My son actually, he drums the drums. So I'm always I actually play saxophone. But so we're musically inclined, the family. We love it. I'll let you guys let people on, okay? So here's my Craigslist ad, and this is where I get a lot of leads. A lot of people like social media. I actually like Craigslist solo ads and other various classified sites. I get tons of leads, right in my backyard. You go to Craigslist, and of course you can't do this with the auto reply unless you have the Craigslist software. So you can do this tonight, but it's not going to be as effective as if you were to have my software. So you can see all those ads. You can actually renew them. So I'll just show you again so you can see pages and pages. So when I do my training tomorrow night, I'm going to show everybody exactly, if you're a member and if you're not a member, you can join tonight and you can see this tomorrow night. I'll show you exactly how I refresh this. Of course, I have some of the recordings in the back office of GFF. You'll be able to see that. But these are very effective. I'm not going to show you all of the ad because I get people on these Zooms and sometimes they copy my stuff. So I have to be really careful. But this is some of the ads, and they just reply. They just hit reply. They go to whatever email that they are using, right? And it's going to bring that up. It's going to say this. It's going to show them the actual ad, and then the person says info, like this. And then they click send. Isn't that pretty cool? I have this automation going on all the time, 24/7. It's so easy to get set up, okay? And I'll show you in a minute because it takes about a minute for me to show you where the email ends up. It is the sweetest thing, and it goes right to the capture page, so it's a list building strategy. And I'm always doing that. Always, all the time, whether I'm in the mountains or, you know, in the shopping mall or whatever, right? I always have Craigslist ads going. Phyllis is answering. Yep. Some people like to stick on Facebook, and that's fine. Hey, if you have results and you're making money on Facebook, that's fine. You know, you do what you need to do. We have the Facebook training, but I'm more of a automated, like, boom, I got the lead, collect the lead. So I've learned how to do massive amounts of lead generation, and that's how I'm making a sale or two a day with GFF. 1,000 to 2,000 a day is where I like to have it. So let me just get back to this real quick. We'll end up the presentation. Again, it is a simple system. You know, I'll go over one of my favorite parts of it and the favorite commission and some people on here really like this commission structure. Again, does anyone, or is anyone in a network marketing company, and just give me an idea, how many people does it take you to get to $1,000 in commission? Just put it in the chat if you want tonight. And it's not meant to pitch your opportunity. I'm just trying to get you to kind of realize the difference of commission here. Does anyone want to shout it out? It is an interactive Zoom, by the way. I'm not a presenter that just takes the stage the whole time. I just want, to people. Yeah, it's really quick learning curve. Oh man, I'm telling you, I cut it down. I took it from not knowing and talking to that company owner to then diving into traffic strategies. And then of course, running into my buddy, Brad, that just jumped on. He taught me a lot. But isn't that amazing though, Brad, that I had a company owner that I was top sponsor for. I put 140 people in 2 months because of the strategies actually that you taught me in 2005, but he didn't know. I was testing him. I was just like, but that company owner didn't know. A lot of company owners don't know how to do lead generation.
Yeah, they're good at like putting together a brick and mortar company, but they're not really good at when it comes to actually doing what is one of the most important aspects of the business, which is, generating leads and sales.
Exactly.
Yeah. So a lot of the blind leading the blind out there.
Yeah, a lot of blind leading blind. Exactly. So this is what I wanted people to know is that, Craigslist, I was making money on Craigslist. So why not share where I'm getting the leads from, right? So I'm sharing where I get the leads from is Craigslist. And then the auto reply software I showed you. The other thing I didn't want it to be about was just always about marketing, because after a while, if you've been in this industry for 12 years, you want to change up, right? You want to change your shirt, you want to change your direction a little bit. So we decided to implement what we do on the weekends, which is we love to do auctions. So we got into the auction business just because simply my husband loves it. These are some of the items that Rob talks about. I'll never forget the day that I was sitting and watching this auction. They had picked it up for $1,500 and then flipped it. I was watching the auction. That's why I said he's not here. They're actually at an auction today. But this one went off for $7,000. This is a Rolex. This is a gun. This is one of my favorite pieces of jewelry. Appraisal right around $45,000 with the diamonds and the sapphires and things like that. This is an Elvis that we flipped recently. This is that, of course, you can't probably see it. Maybe I can blow it up a little bit. That's that Renee Portocaro. This is a little casino. We love Vegas, of course, as you guys know, but that's some of the stuff that we find. And it's in the back office. There's actually a link where we go to find it and then flip it. So there's an arbitrage opportunity within the back office. So don't just think that you're going to be able to make 200, 500, and 1,000. You can actually learn some wealth building strategies. That's why I like to train this, because honestly, when affiliate marketers, when they start making money, I've seen a lot of affiliate marketers never put it into physical. They just go out and blow it. Like they'll just go out and literally blow the money. And I'm like, well, unless you're 20, 30 years old, you can do that, right? But hey, like Stephen Martin would say, my long-term plans all of a sudden started to become short-term plans. I don't know about you guys, but we don't have forever on this earth. So that's the reason why I like the 500 level, right? Okay, I've already said GFF can be used for any business. Who wants me to demonstrate that here tonight? Who has a passion, an absolute passion for their business? Do you want me to demonstrate?
I do. Maybe I don't count. I don't know. I'm passionate about my business, Tammy.
Yes, you are. Well, you know what? I'm going to show them actually, after I stop the recording, how to use it for another business. So they'll have to be on live to see this. I'll just finish this up. This is the level 3 that I came out with. Now, who has ever gone to YouTube? I know that's a silly question. On here, let's just see all the chats. Who uses YouTube? Let's see all of them. Let's see. Oh, there's got to be more than that, right? Really good. Lots of people, right? I finally said, because everybody kept saying, what is your favorite lead generation method? YouTube. I get sales in the morning. I wake up to sales in the morning because of my YouTube channel. Certainly not because I've been grinding out on Facebook. Okay, I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings that love Facebook and absolutely just eat, sleep, and drink it and wake up to 10,000 messages. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? I've been teaching my son YouTube training. So anyway, there's a YouTube training. If you're not a YouTuber, I get it. I never wanted to be. I actually grew into doing videos and things like that. but there's an amazing YouTube training in the back office. And let me show it. And you can resell it to people even if you don't want to use it. I know that sounds weird. I want a lot of people to actually use the product and implement the product, like a lot of people are doing right now with my Craigslist, right? They're implementing the Craigslist so that they can then teach their, or at least assist their members. You know, like I want people to know that they don't have to teach them or train them, have them send an email into support. That's after all why I do pay for my support team. So they can just, all we have to do is sell, sell, sell all day long. Okay, I'll answer your question in a minute there, Elaine. All right, so this is the best part. You get to come to our masterminds. So when you're at the 1,000 level, we have, excuse me, we have also the monthly masterminds that you can come to, and they're paid. They're what you're purchasing. So when I launched this, I said, okay, well, am I going to have the schedule with my traveling and stuff like that? Am I going to have a schedule where I can jump on and teach these strategies? So I do. So we had one last week. We had one last Wednesday. And it's actually tucked away by tonight. My programmer said he will have it back there underneath the supreme level. So we have all those prior ones. I had to twist his arm because he kept taking them out. I kept saying, why are you taking out the previous ones I did in June and July? So anyway, they're all back there and you get all that value. So as we keep doing these masterminds, this back office, I'm going to show you, is going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's okay because I've been told I have enough bandwidth to hold all of our training. I'll show you. This is what it looks like when you join tonight. And to get Fearless Freedom, you will have a back office login. You'll get a username, password. And you want to obviously pick out, 200, 500, or 1,000. Again, it's the simplest comp plan. I just love it. There's no pass ups, nothing like that. Okay, no one-ups, reverse one-ups and all that. I didn't want to deal with that. This is the YouTube step-by-step success. And then, of course, there's a extension that we use, and I have it over here. I'm not going to give it away. But obviously, that's where it's going to go. All the masterminds, again, are put back here. Okay, and you'll get access. You'll get the day of the Zoom. You'll get that special link. So as you can see, it has our previous mastermind. I'll placed right there. It gives you the dates. And then again, it's going to have the November one. So I started telling them, say, hey, why are you not putting those masterminds back there? So we got August, September, October. So you have all those masterminds. Okay. There's a lot of, absolutely a lot of value back here. As you can see, a lot of people just teach lead generation, but then there's also the traffic conversion, right? A lot of people don't talk about the traffic conversion. Okay. In your email follow-ups and things like that. And I explain it in that Zoom. How to create a Facebook event. I've been training everybody right now in the paid group. I just brought another gentleman on board that he's a big leader in another deal. And I said, you know what? If you don't want that other deal or whatever, you can create a Facebook event and you can actually personally invite people here tonight. And he says, wow, brilliant. And I said, yep, it's right here. It's right in the back office. We went an hour and, hour and 1 minute training right there on how to create a Facebook event. I've done that, made millions and millions of dollars with Facebook. Yes, love it. But I'm saying that that's what you guys can do now too, is have a Facebook event. It's free, right? So it's a very good way to do it. Did you do that tonight, Phyllis? She's going through that training. It's very easy. Once you do a Facebook event, all you have to do is just rebump it up. Okay. All right. So that's pretty much the, that's it. It's soup to nuts. It's very easy. I mean, I did this long presentation. I do these on Mondays so that you guys can ask me any marketing questions. If you have any, I'm going to go ahead and end the recording. If you have any marketing questions, I'll answer them to the best of my ability.